Good evening, everybody. How are we doing this evening, everybody? Oh. My bad. Calm down. Whoopsie. I think I accidentally upset my dogs, y'all. Whoopsie. How is everybody doing this evening? Okay. Tonight, we are going to do the elf butt kit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, folks. Look, y'all, when you get your Unique in the Creek kit, it's pretty cool. Because I actually like the way that the kits are packaged up. The key thing is to me about the kits being packaged up, if you've gotten kits from other places, okay, they come in the box and they're not packaged up like this. So, if I immediately wasn't ready to do the kit, I can set this aside and it's all bagged up and I can come back to it whenever I'm ready. Right? So, I love that off the bat. For those of you that don't know. Alright, so check this out. So in your kit, you will get the rectangle boards, pipe cleaners, okay? You're going to get one roll of snowdrift mesh, okay? You're going to get 2 luscious rolls of ribbon, okay? You're going to get 2 super fun mesh picks. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back in there. Ta-da. Okay. And then you're going to get 3 little elf booties. You'll get your measuring tape. And with your measuring tape comes sticky so you can stick it down to measure. Okay? And then what you will get, QR code scan so you know where to find the tutorial. Right. Everybody's like waiting with bated breath. Alright. Well, y'all, I know why the doggies were barking now. Mr. Blewett did it. I should have known it really wasn't me they were that excited about. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our elf butts ready to go on. Alright. So first and foremost, let's pop them out of the bags. Let's get our scissors, okay? Now, only one person in history ever got famous for leaving the tag on. Do y'all know who that is? The one person that got famous for leaving the tag on? You would have to be my age or older. And we're also going to clip off the fishing line. Anybody know? Anybody know? The one person that got famous for leaving the tag on. Hello, my friends. How are you, Miss Lynn and Judy and Teresa and Ella? Hello. Alright. See? Y'all are my people. You know who it is. Okay, so we ain't many pearl up in here. So cut the tag off, folks. Alright, so to get this ready, tried this year. I'm going to pretend like I can open packages tonight. That's what I'm pretending. So far, I'm failing miserably. We're going to get 3 of the pipe cleaners out. Because I'm failing miserably at this, y'all. Miserably. Obviously, I don't know how to open packaging tonight. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our elf booties ready to go on. So I'm going to take my ice pick, and we're going to poke a hole. And we're going to slide our pipe cleaner in. Now, where the hot glue comes in is we're going to dab hot glue on either side. The reason we're doing that is to prevent the fabric from tearing any further. Okay, just a preventative measure. It kind of seals the fabric up. Okay, so that's why we're preparing these. I'm going to set that one behind me. We're going to do that again. Y'all, we need to come up with a saying because, okay, so Laurie has sent me over the falls. That doesn't work. Okay, because I live in Kentucky. I don't live in Niagara Falls. So we got to come up with something for me. Okay, do y'all want a hint? Oh, yeah, send me to the Derby. I don't mind going to a party, and this is a party. This is a Unique in the Creek party. Okay, so now that those are ready, we can move on. Let me grab my scissors before I bury them under mesh. Okay. Just for the record. Miss Laurie. Do you have any of these in stock? I like the Derby one. We're gonna send me to the Derby. I really like that. Thank you. Hello, Miss Sharon. But you do have more coming. But you do have signs that will work. I don't know. There is something that I want to show y'all that came in with my order. If you haven't ordered this ribbon, you really need to. Look, can y'all not look how pretty that is? Look at how shiny it is. Pretty and shiny. Ooh. I just wanted to show you all that really quick. Because we're going to be making a wreath with it Monday. Alright, so tonight we're going to cut our mesh 20 inches. Okay, actually we're going to cut it 22. Alright. And we're going to cut 8 pieces. That one has the emerald in it, yes. That has the emerald in it. That's going to go for what I'm going to show y'all Monday. That's Monday. Hint, hint. There. So what I did when I got my kit was I got the cardinal sign and 2 rolls of ribbon because I knew I was getting 2 boards. Ugh. Ugh. Come on, come on, come on. And the best part is, all I had to do was get the sign and the 2 rolls of ribbon because I'm going to use the white mesh to go with this next project. So next week, it's like, it's like having 2 kits. So next week, so when you order the kits, think about this, especially the ones with the rectangle boards. Next week, I'm going to use that mesh, this ribbon, and this sign. So think about that when you get the rectangle kit. Okay. And I will give y'all a hint, hint, hint. Laurie just got this really cool elf sign in. And it looked like it was big enough to go with the rectangle board. So if you order this, you can use the ribbon for that sign. And the mesh. Just, you know, hint, 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 hint. I'm going to trade out pipe cleaners. Don't tell Laurie. Alright, so I want this to have a really nice, cool shape to it. And I want it to be longer. So we're starting down here on the bottom, putting our pipe cleaner in. Okay. where you tie your pipe cleaner, Miss Judy, is kind of crucial. And how tight you tie your pipe cleaners is pretty crucial too. Okay? When you tie your pipe cleaners, you want to make sure that you're going straight across. And you also want to make sure that you tie them initially, make a twist, and tie them to secure them. That way they don't flop back and forth. Okay? So you want to make sure that this is nice and secure. So with pipe cleaners, you're probably going to want to twist it like 3 times to make sure that it's not going to move. By the way, I do want to show y'all a trick to getting, especially if you have, and your hand strength isn't that great, a lot of people have a hard time getting their pipe cleaners tight enough, okay? So if you have a bead or simply something that has a hole in it, all right, take your pipe cleaners and slide them into the hole. That's going to bring your 2 pipe cleaners together. Okay? Then on the underneath, twist. Use your board to make the twisting. So if you don't have good hand strength, okay, this is going to hold your 2 pipe cleaners together and make it tight, and then you just twist, okay? I was a little overzealous on the twisting. But y'all understand what I'm saying? So just to twist it, you just need something that has a hole in it. And then use that to pull up. Okay? Everything that you need to do to make the kit is in there. The only thing you need is a pair of scissors. Okay? There's even so if you don't have a big measuring mat like mine, that's fine, because you get a measuring tape and the stuff to stick it down to measure and cut. Let me get my piece of mesh that I just threw up in front of my table because I'm overly ambitious. So the other reason that mesh bobbles, ribbon doesn't lay right, stuff like that, is because you don't tie it tight enough. Okay? And I realize that hand strength is the biggest #1 reason that people have a difficulty tying things tight. So, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this. I actually have arthritis in both my hands and carpal tunnel, so I battle with hand strength. So, even though my hands are strong, I deal with the pain, and then when the pain flares in, the hand strength goes down. You can't help that. Okay? So, we're just going to roll our mesh up. The reason we're doing that is to keep the fray in check. Okay? We're going to put our end piece in first. What you want to do, and I'm going to show you all this, what ends up happening when you ruffle your mesh, it kind of stacks up and it's pretty wide. Okay? And this is one of the reasons that people like pipe cleaners, which is fine. Okay? And that's great. I like pipe cleaners because it gives me the ability to add more stuff. Okay? So what I do is I'm going to grab my pipe cleaner and I'm going to take my thumb, okay? And I'm going to smush my mesh down with my thumb. I'm not going to leave it to my pipe cleaners to do the job. So I'm going to smush it down with my thumb and then twist tie it in. Now, something else that you can do if you don't have good hand strength, what you can do, y'all, is you can always zip tie your mesh in the way that Laurie teaches, and then come back with your pipe cleaner to continue on. Okay? But you just want to smush it down with your thumb and then tie it. See, mine doesn't. The other thing that you can do, okay, especially because these are unique in the Creek boards, you can't do this on a metal frame. It just doesn't work as well. Okay, so if you are having like ultimate difficulty, you don't have hand strength, get your hot glue gun out, folks. Okay, because this will work only with unique in the Creek boards. It's not going to work with metal frames. Okay, so if you are still having a problem, Miss Judy, with your mesh and it's rolling out, pull your mesh up, get your hot glue gun out, and put a little dab of glue right to there. Push it back and hold it. Now it ain't going nowhere. Okay? Like I said, that's only going to work with the unique and the Creek boards. You're welcome, Miss Judy. My pleasure. All right. So when I'm doing the kits, I'm taking it a little bit slower with what I'm doing. Because when it comes to the kits, it's a whole do-it-yourself thing. So I definitely take into consideration that a first timer might be watching me. Judy, true story. I had a bunch of work forms and I had got them on a D-stash or clearance or something like that. The ties weren't right. I threw them all away. All right. By the way, all 3 elf butts are going on here. Okay. I'm just like, I love the rectangle forms, y'all. I love them. Okay, so let's cut our ribbon. We only need 8 pieces of each ribbon. And I'm going to cut my ribbon 14 inches because we need the ribbon to be longer for the size. So I'm not going to overtax my scissors because of the snowdrift edge. It ends up making the ribbon really thick, so I'm only going to cut like 4 pieces at a time. Well, y'all, I'm just going to tell you that I personally believe in, like, especially when it comes to designing, reinventing yourself. My thought process is different. kind of look at it like this. Miss Laurie, not everybody has a measure, buddy. This is a kit. I'm trying to do it with just a pair of scissors. That's all. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all something that you probably don't know. Okay? Believe it or not, whichever ribbon that you like the best is the one that you need to put on top. Okay? Now, because I'm just going to tell you, I don't want to have a dominance of dots. I'm going to kind of rotate this, and y'all will be able to see what I mean. Okay? Believe it or not. So, I'm going to start out with the dots. And then even though I'm like crisscrossing the ribbons and opening them up, one will stand out more than the other, and you will see that as I go. So now I'm going to put the stripe one on top. But you kind of ruined the surprise because I was gonna show y'all how to make a bow with the ribbon buddy for this kit. But we're just gonna make a bow by hand, and I'm gonna do it slowly. Because some people, when they buy the kits and stuff, like, they're just starting out. I mean, if they're discouraged right off the bat, they won't buy anymore. So I'm trying not to, I don't want anybody to be discouraged. I want people to see that this is really a do-it-yourself kind of thing. Y'all know what I mean? There's probably about, I don't know, hundreds of tutorials on how to make bows. Several different tools to make bows. Miss Millie, you can put two together, but I'm just going to use one board. And then what I did was, because it only takes 8 pieces of mesh for one board. Okay? So I'll kind of go back over this again really quick. So it takes 8 pieces of mesh for one board. I cut it 22 inches. Okay? So 8 pieces of mesh for one board. So what I did, while I was getting my kit, okay, was I got this ribbon. So I'm going to use my leftover mesh. My leftover rectangle board. Okay? And this sign to make another wreath. So that's what I decided to do, was just use one board. The red ribbon. Did all my helpers leave me tonight? Laurie also got in a really cute elf sign, okay? And it lights up. So you can get that elf sign. You'll have ribbon left over. You can use this ribbon with that elf sign and that rectangular board. So all you have to do is get another sign and you've got 2 wreaths, y'all. Whoop, whoop. Just my thoughts. Okay. Elf booties, come here. Come here. Alright. So, for what I want to do for my wreath, there is no emerald green in here yet. So I want to go ahead, I want to put some emerald green in here because otherwise, because there's emerald green here, so and I'm just here to tell you, like, we need a little bit of emerald green in here. So what I'm going to do is, I have leftover ribbon that has ran off, that I brought up and it ran off. Oh, never mind. I know what I was planning to do. Okay, so I want to get some emerald green in here. So that was the other reason that I got the emerald green, and it's a beautiful velvet. Beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. So it really kind of goes with the cha-cha. See, I want to get some of the emerald green in here. And then I've got leftover ribbon from another project. Okay, so if you have a kit person, like, just kind of like dig around, I'm sure you might be able to find some leftover ribbon, right, in different places. So I'm going to use these to incorporate into my bow. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my candy ribbon on the bottom, and then I'm going to put my polka dot on the top. I'm really bad when I make bows, y'all. I build them from the top down. Some people come from the bottom up when they're doing it by hand. Okay? Okay. once you get the top, and the reason I do it from the top down is because to me it's just easier, and I will explain why while I'm showing you how to do this. But first and foremost, make sure you have a pipe cleaner or zip tie available and ready. So, the first thing that I do is I measure my tail. And so I want my tail for the top of my bow to be 7 inches. So I'm going to grab that. And then my top loop, okay, is going to be about 4 inches. So my top loop is going to be my smallest one. This is the reason that I build my bows from the top down. Okay? Because to me, this is just easier. Okay? So, now what you want to do, once you get it to this point, you get your loop going. Pinch it together. Take your tail, lift it up. This ribbon on the bottom, okay? Some people just loop it around like this, okay? Whatever. It really doesn't work to do this, but it can. All right, so we'll just loop it around. For those that have bad hand strength, you can just loop this around and cut the tail. All right, but I'm a professional. So once you get to this point, your bottom part, okay, because you're going to come and make your loop back, you want to twist this so it's good side up. So you want to twist your ribbon 180 degrees right underneath your pinch and then make your loop back. Okay? Then take your hands and measure up till your loops are even. Once they're even, pinch, 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 pinch. Okay? Now you'll notice that your tail is upside down. So you're going to want to twist your ribbon again till it's right side up. And then cut that off. So now I'm going to use my solid ribbon. Now this is why I like to do it from the top down, because it makes it easier to see how big your loops are and how much bigger they are. So the next one, your next set of loops, you want it just a little bit bigger than your first set of loops. So once you measure that out, pinch, pinch, pinch. Okay, then twist. Measure. See how I like that you can see it. It's pretty easy. Okay? Pinch, twist. And then cut the excess off. Then bring in your next ribbon. See how it's just so much easier to see. And now we're going to bring in our last ribbon. I want y'all to know how much I love y'all. Then once you're done, take your pipe cleaner, twist, twist, twist. And now we're going to go back and dovetail all our ribbon to make it all nice and pretty. All right. Now, because we're trying to get these in, and because their legs come down, normally I might put my bow at the bottom, but we're going to put it at the top. And the reason we're going to put it at the top is because I don't want the legs buried into the bow. Make sense? And I don't think we've established a top and bottom yet. No, we haven't. So it's all identical, so it kind of really doesn't matter at this point. But, okay. My handy dandy yarn needle I'm going to use to pull my pipe cleaners through. I've had people over the years, Judy, say that I can't make bows by hand, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I can make bows by hand. And I would like to say, not a problem, but it is a problem. It hurts my hand. Physically hurts my hand really bad to make a bow by hand. So that's the only reason I don't. What's wrong with Buster? My pleasure. I try to be easy to follow. I'm going to tell you one of the things that probably made me a really good teacher was my daughter. Okay? My daughter definitely, like, it opened my eyes. My daughter is ADHD autistic, y'all. And with her being ADHD autistic, she doesn't learn the same way that I do. So I had to figure out how to teach her so that she would understand. So knowing that she didn't understand me, it kind of just makes you realize that not everybody speaks the same language. So I try to just go really slow. I don't try to over-explain, over-talk. Because with my daughter having ADHD, if I over-explain, she zones out. And to be honest, if somebody over-explains to me, I zone out. I'm glad everybody else's hand hurt. I'm glad y'all were sympathetic. That's like having sympathy pregnancy. I appreciate that. I really do. We're going to cut this tail down because it's just a little bit gangly too long. All right. Fluff, fluff, round, and now we have our bow. Okay? Now, I personally think that these elf butts have a specific order that they need to go in. Okay? It's kind of like grades. First, we're going to start out with naughty. Okay? Then nice. And then tried. Okay? Well, I have arthritis in my hands, so I 100% get it. That's why I kind of get mad about people that brag about, well, I make my bows by hand. And I'm like, well, good for you. All right, so we're going to pull this one in. We're going to start with naughty, and we're going to turn them. Okay, we want this to be fun. So we don't want this to be straight up and down. So we want this to have a little personality. The little butts came in the kit. This is a kit sold by Unique in the Creek. Everything that you need comes in the kit. All right, so naughty. Let me see. Naughty. I tried, and then nice. We'll do I tried, then nice. I think that's the order. Wouldn't y'all agree? Naughty, I tried, then nice. Right. Y'all agree with me? Maybe? Yes, no? See? I've got carpal tunnel, and that is exactly why I won't make bows by hand. It's not because I can't. It's because of the physical pain that it caused me, and I am not in a hurry to have surgery over a bow. Y'all know what I mean? All right, so in even spacing, we're going to put this one here. Look how stinking cute that is, y'all. Is that not cute as cute can be? This is a yarn needle that I got at Walmart. Is that not stinking cute, y'all? Look how cute that is. Stinking cute. Stinking cute. Okay, so in your kit, also in your kit, some fun picks. We love some fun picks, y'all. I mean, face it, this is Flex 2. Y'all know I love me some Flex 2. Right? Y'all, do you see that I'm taking these and fluffing it? Fluff your picks. Okay? Fluff them. Now, measure twice, cut once, because I'm fixing to cut this pick off. But I want to make sure of how I want it to go first. We're going to cut a lot of this off, though, first. Because, like, we don't need that much to figure this out. So, I think we're going to put one there. Oh, mercy. We're going to be really careful to not cover up the butts. Okay. Because we don't want to cover up the butts. All right. Let's go. Okay, there's something else that I want to do that I want to add to this kit, y'all, because I've got it in my stash. And you can get this at Dollar Tree. Also, Laurie has some in stock. And I really want to add this for this kit. I can't help myself. Okay? I want to add a little bit more of the emerald green in. And I just happened to... I got this on a D-stash, y'all. And that looks more black than emerald. Let's not do that. That's emerald, y'all, but it looks black. So let's not do that one. I'm digging in my flex tube, y'all. Hold on. I really want to put a little bit more of the emerald green in there, okay? And believe it or not, flex tube adds a little bit more fun, okay? D-stash is when people are selling resupplies, they're selling off their excess. I really love the whimsical look of flex tube, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to cut my flex tube 24 inches. And we only need 8 of each color. Now, the reason I'm using 2 colors is because I think if you put one piece of flex tube in, it just doesn't look as fun. That's just my personal opinion, y'all. Alright, so what I'm going to do with my flex tube, because it just looks more fun when you do it this way. So I'm going to take my flex tube and I'm going to round it this way. Okay? And then I'm going to take the other piece and put it the opposite way. So we have a rounded side one way and open end like so. And we're going to put one of these in each tie. And that's to put a little bit more of that emerald green in there. Flex tube to me is the most inexpensive way of adding that little bit of more to a wreath. Especially when you're catering to a crowd of people that love the appearance of mesh. There are some people that love mesh, so adding flex tube to it helps. Well, hello, Miss Chica. Once I get this flex tube in, I'll decide better where the picks will go. Chica's our little loudmouth dog, y'all. Oh, Nancy, I have a ton of flex tube. I find that that's the biggest thing that people want to get rid of, and I'm like, why? Why? But no problem, I'll take it off your hands. If you buy the flex tube from Laurie, good grief, the amount of wreaths that you'll get out of one package. It's insane. Miss Judy, you better start using that flex tube. I've seen some of your wreaths. I promise you, the first time that you put flex tube in your wreaths and stuff like that, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, they're 30 yards. UniqueInTheCreek.com is where you get the kits. Miss Tina must not be here tonight, and I didn't realize it. Me, personally, when I cut my flex tube, I want it to be seen just like my ribbon, so I cut it long enough. I see a lot of people make these tiny little bows that like go right up against the. I'm like, why? You know, that's just my opinion. My opinion. I have the way that I like to design, and so opinions on how to design things, it varies, y'all. All right, so we're gonna go right there with that flex tube pick. And we're going to go right there with that flex tube pick. Okay. And we're going to heavily hot glue this in. Kind of. Yep. We're going to. Actually, I think, yep. I'll just use my pipe cleaner to tie it in. Because this is really good wire. So I'm kind of, if y'all can see, like when you look at these, they wrap wire around here. So that's where I'm wrapping my, whoops. I popped the bobble off. Well, I can't find the hole, so I'll just make a new one. All right, so you can tell where that's where I'm going to tie it with around my with my pipe cleaner. That's what I'm aiming for, folks. And then I think because I'm Jackie, okay, and I can't help myself, y'all. Huh? Craig, you're gonna add more. That's what my husband said. After I said, well, because I'm Jackie, he goes, you're gonna add more. Well, y'all tell my husband not to pick on me. Y'all, everybody has a different style, and as I go along, I'll tell you, you could stop here, it's great. You could stop here, it's great. You don't have to go as far as I do, by far. I use red and emerald green. I just really think it needs a bow down here to kind of balance, y'all. A little bit. Amateur retirement. Greg, do you hear Buster downstairs whining? Yeah, he is. He is. Our dog Buster, y'all, is kind of having a little bit of withdrawal problem with my daughter going off to college. From time to time, he kind of sits downstairs at the door whining, waiting for her to come home. Poor guy. Just a little bit. Ta-da! By the way, I'm going to show y'all this. That white sticking out that much is bothering me, so I'm simply just going to tuck it around and readjust my ribbon and stuff and see how that kind of just solves that problem. Little readjustments can go a long way. Isn't that cute, y'all? Can you believe that is on that? That's it. All right, y'all. Don't forget to pray for everybody in the path of the hurricane, y'all. There's some devastation out there. Okay? And don't forget, this kind of has a part 2 to it. I will see y'all Monday. Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we will be using this ribbon, that board, the rest of the snowdrift mesh, this beautiful red and emerald and gold ribbon, and a cardinal sign. All right. See y'all next week. Y'all have a great long weekend because it's Labor Day weekend for those of us in the States. So y'all have a nice weekend. I will see y'all on Labor Day, y'all. Bye, everybody.